back to another Real Talk reaction. This one right here is for Schitt's Creek, Season 5, Episode number 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend that we out here for the algorithm. Thank you.
Alright, just one comment from the last episode from executive producer Del Guy, who says, another great reaction. As to the apartment hunt, I'll side with Patrick on this. He certainly needed to move out of Ray's guest room, and he was pretty sure that David wasn't yet ready for them to get a place together, so he's more vague saying we need to look for an apartment than he might have been. So in the end, he was pleased and touched that David was willing to consider officially living together. Meanwhile, David was working himself up for a big change, but in the end, he was a bit relieved and he didn't have to make it right. Then, as he was happy to realize that he would be ready in the near future. So both of them were pleased at the outcome. They continue as before, but in a nicer place and with privacy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I thought Ray was hilarious throughout, so outgoing that he has zero concept of giving others the privacy they need.
Yeah.
He's like legitimately the person who doesn't read the room. Like he just does not read it at all. No concept of that. Alright, let's jump into the next episode right now.
Moira, the water's ice cold. How long were you in here?
John, you know my ritual. 5 to 10 minutes to let the water warm. There's the initial scrub, followed by the deep conditioner, which must set for 20 minutes. And finally, the double rinse cycle.
Well, we can't be doing that anymore, sweetheart. Our water bill's going through the roof.
Yes, painfully aware of our budgetary constraints, John. Currently reading a magazine from July 1987. Where do you even buy these?
So I just signed for this? Does that mean I get to keep it? Also, what is it?
Oh my God, it's here. Give it some room, Alexis.
Give what some room?
What exactly are you getting shipped from Harrods of London?
Family, I'd like you to meet a dear friend whom I've yet to meet. Give a warm dobrodoshi to my red carpet gown for the Crow's premiere.
Moira, you didn't tell me they'd set a date for the premiere.
Yes, I've been told definitively. It will happen, and I quote, ideally sometime this year.
Okay, there must be some mistake.
Ideally sometime this year.
$3,700.
What? $3,700?
What designer gave you that kind of discount?
Sadly, it's not custom this time around, Alexis. Mommy had to shop off the rack. Fortunately, I discovered something called the promo code.
This is a reduced price?
Yes, discount couture, do you believe it? I'm surprised she made it through customs.
I once passed off a mini horse and 3 guinea pigs as service
He's
animals.
just walking away. He's
And
like, I can't with this whole conversation.
Perfect spot of tea for the unveiling.
I was actually just boiling water for my bath.
Does this mean that I should start thinking about my look for the premiere?
TBD on that guest list, Alexis, but I love your
To be determined on
enthusiasm.
the guest list.
Box.
She's not caring about the budget.
She is not.
I'm so glad we're doing this. We never get to spend quality time together. Also, I've been neglecting my wellness journey, so the cherry blossoms opening when we both have time off is really ticking a lot of...
For lunch then, doctor.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually am a doctor.
So am I.
No, you're not.
Too much. I can't with. How did she like come up with all these new
Hey, Johnny.
things?
Johnny, I got some good news for you, my friend.
Well, I could use some good news. I might have to take out a mortgage on the dress my wife just bought.
Well, you know that little hot water problem you're having?
Yeah?
Well, I've come up with a perfect excuse for you to buy yourself a brand new hot water heater.
Still waiting for the good news.
Well, the good news is that my friend Terry can replace the whole thing for you.
Replace it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much is that going to cost?
I did a little negotiating with Terry, and he says you can have it for $4,200.
$4,200.
Right, unless you want it installed.
Well, of course I want it installed, Roland.
Okay, well that's going to be $5,500.
Okay, you know what? I can't afford to throw away money like that.
Oh, come on. This coming from the guy who was just bragging about taking out a mortgage to pay for his wife's dress.
I wasn't bragging.
Oh,
Oh, hello. Is it just me, or is there a faint scent of honeysuckle in the air?
yeah, it might be Johnny's aftershave.
Johnny's stressed out.
I'm just like,
Johnny is
John, I
straight.
tried to hang up my gown, and thank God I caught it before that silly curtain rod came crashing down.
Don't worry about it. We'll get you a new one. As soon as we can get El Tightwad here to loosen up the purse strings.
John, give this man a raise. And when, dear, did our room become so moist? I'm off to get a dehumidifier, but I will see you at lunch.
He's about to freak out. Like, you're
yeah.
spending so much
Why
money
the fuck
right
y'all
now.
spending money like we're crazy?
Oh, is that him? No.
You know what he looked like.
David, I would tell you if I saw him. Also, that's right.
Okay, it's just that your type is very inconsistent. What time was he supposed to show up anyway?
2 hours ago.
And we're sure this is the right hotel.
He's not coming. I'm an idiot.
Well, I guess the one good thing to come out of this abduction is that if anyone knows how to crawl out from under an embarrassing romantic failure, it's me. So, I say we drop our bags, go straight to the botanical gardens, take in some cherry blossoms, and sleep it off and go home fresh tomorrow.
What time was the tour again? David, I'm so
They
sorry.
missed it. They missed the tour.
If this wasn't so humiliating for you, I think I'd be in a darker headspace right now. But since it is, the hotel bar has karaoke. I say we get several rounds of polar bear shots, load up some Mariah, and I will spend the rest of the night pretending not to resent you.
Okay,
Aww.
I'll get the first one.
Oh, you'll be getting every round.
All the rounds.
Yeah.
All the rounds are on
Part
you.
of my adoption.
And I missed my fucking tour
Yeah.
for my
You still
rose
here?
blossoms.
You not taking lunch?
Cherry blossoms?
I've just been pretty busy. Ugh, same. Can I get a hell yeah for 2 hardworking women in the 21st century? Anyway, I
Anyway.
think that we both know things are a bit off between us. I don't understand why. Ted told me all about your little... And it's like, not a big deal.
Okay. Alexis, that's such a relief. And honestly, between us, it was just a drunken one-time thing. And I told him we'd be better off as friends.
Wait, you told him?
Did you tell him that after he told you that?
Sorry?
Alexis, right on time.
You're telling me, just having a chat with Shan, clearing the air about that little trip you two took to Pound Town.
Alexis.
To Pound
Let's
Town.
remember this is still a place of work.
I don't know about you, Shannon, but I am so glad we did this. Had I not talked to her,
I don't think kicking that thing.
Running around looking for me.
LOL.
Okay, I'm trying
LOL.
to follow the video here.
You're
It
supposed to
says
say
it's for
LOL.
beginners.
I don't think you got the right video there. But don't you think something like that should be handled by professionals, Johnny? Like maybe Terry?
Roland, you know something? There's a lot going on with the family right now, and if there's an economical way for me to deal with this without pumping more money into it, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Johnny, let me tell you something. That is not the place to cut corners, okay? What you need to do is re-examine your extravagant lifestyle.
That's right.
What are
He
you
is
talking
not
about?
wrong.
Well, not all of us can drive around in an 8-cylinder car.
It's a 78 Lincoln, and it's all we could afford.
Right, 78, vintage.
Okay, Roland, do you mind if I
Vintage.
get back to work?
Yeah, no problem. I gotta go on my smoke break.
He ain't touch nothing.
Wow. For someone who can barely stand, she sounds good. How are we feeling?
all things considered, I'm feeling better.
Good. I'm gonna see if they have more Mariah. The first 3 songs were just a warmer.
Oh, there you go.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, hi.
I'm so sorry. A student driver rear-ended me on the way over here. It was a whole thing. He started crying. We had to exchange insurance information. His mom was there.
You couldn't have called? You thought I was stood up.
The student driver has my phone and I have his. We didn't give them back to each other after we exchanged info. So if you want to know what's on a 16-year-old's smartphone, I could offer you that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Okay, good news. They have fantasy, which means that you get to play Old Dirty Bastard.
It's a remix.
Oh. No, we just ran into each other at the bar. Long story short, took a pottery class with this one.
Coming in should probably be for the family.
This dress is for the family. To remind us that our futures lie outside this town. Feels these days like I'm the only one who hasn't veered off course.
Well, no one's veering off course, Moira. We're all just taking a different approach.
The ceremonial purchase of the gown has always been my good luck charm.
Well, from everything you've told us about this movie, Moira, it sounds like for the first time in a long time, you may not need any luck.
Oh, John, thank you for that. and know that you've been heard.
Good.
Room too moist.
You know, Alexis, I've been thinking about it, and I'm really glad that you and Shannon were able to get everything out in the open.
Me too. We're actually grabbing drinks tomorrow.
Great, yeah, no, and I
Great, yeah, you know.
care way more about that than any of the details of how we ended
That's so
things,
funny, Gov.
or even whether they were accurate.
Seems like it was just like a little miscommunication on your part is all.
Yeah, well, Shannon.
Well, no, actually, no.
I think it's important that I tell you that there were a few others before Heather, and there may have been a couple of broken hearts.
Damn, they were broke up for a while.
Ever you say, Ted.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. Is I was just going through my phone.
Oh my
make
God,
some
he's
space,
so
and then I
obsessed.
came across this little back and forth from a while ago.
I believe you, Ted. You're still Dr. Casanova to me.
Oh, is he trying to
I
down?
told you
I
boys,
want to
faces,
broke
you
it
don't
up.
believe a word you're saying.
Okay, Ted.
Can you please just read the text?
Dear Melanie. Melanie, is that the girl from the falafel place?
Yeah, I don't think that's relevant.
I've had a lot of fun hanging out with you. And I really falafel saying this over text. But I'm just not feeling strongly enough to take this to the next level. I'm sorry.
Pretty harsh, but had to be done.
And then she wrote,
But it doesn't matter what you wrote.
cool!
I don't know.
Exclamation mark. And it looks like you ended up walking her dog for her?
Well, she seemed really upset.
Listen, Ted, I've gone through enough heartbreakers for like 2 people's lifetimes. I don't want that anymore. I want you. My cute little butt.
He's like, I break people's hearts out here.
Look, man, I ain't got a partner.
Yes, Tammy! Tammy! Yeah! Oh, Stevie.
Tammy! You over here killing it.
Moira, do you want us to close our eyes?
Oh my god.
Moira.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Wasn't it shown with a veil?
The veil's on its way.
Well, now that I see it on you, I understand. I feel like I'm waiting for the limo to take us to your next red carpet event. Well, sweetheart, if that's the dress you want, then
It is. But you're right, John, it's not the time, so before I send her back, take a mental picture. And perhaps an actual picture as well. Anyone have a camera?
Oh.
Yes.
She looks amazing.
Arm.
The arm.
Got it. Okay, that's it. But if all goes to plan, we'll meet again on the red carpet. Ideally sometime this year.
And those are the shoes we're going with?
What do you think? No, shoes later. As well as jewels.
What?
Later. Not right now. I'm being responsible. I'm gonna return it.
Alright, that was episode 4 of Schitt's Creek, and what a funny episode, man. David got busy. Came through as a good friend, too, for Stevie. I'm glad old dude wasn't a douche. He had a good reason for standing.
Yeah, me too.
Standing her up. He came back through, because that would have been not cool. And it was a good episode for Johnny and Maura to explore, like, get on the same term of spending money, because we ain't out of the woods yet. We're still here. And Lexi and what is it, Jeff? What's his name?
No, you messed
The
me up.
veterinarian.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that. Look,
And
they,
Alexis.
And Alexis, yeah. I mean, they going through what they got to go through. It was funny though how he was just trying to make sure that, look, I want you to know that I was the one that dictated all these. We wasn't gonna be together no more. That was hilarious. So
Ted,
yeah. I mean, all of it was good. So I had a really good time with it. But David on the karaoke was funny as hell. So can't wait to see another one.
yeah, I really enjoyed all the plots in this episode too. I thought it was adorable that because of Alexa's reaction to finding out that Ted broke it off with Shanna, that he was like, wow, she really liked that about me. Like, now I gotta prove that I'm like that. And she's like, no, I'm with you. I've already done all that. I like you for exactly who you are. I just thought it was a very cute moment, and the fact that he got insecure and had to, like, felt the need to show her that he's done that in other relationships was just really cute. So I thought that was a really great moment. I love David coming through for Stevie. But I am super relieved, to your point, that Amir is a good guy, because I loved last episode so much and how happy he made Stevie. And, like, Stevie deserves a good guy, and I'm just really grateful that that's how it played out. And it was really fun to see David cut loose, because he's always so, like, reserved in that sense, and, like, it was, I thought him drinking and having a good time and just doing the karaoke was just fun to see in that sense. And I really didn't think it was going to play out the way that it did with Moira this episode, so that was a nice surprise as well, as far as when she said to Johnny about everything you said was heard. I was like, she didn't hear anything, because she just heard the humidifier, but she did. She did hear everything that he said, and I thought everybody's reaction to her in the dress, like, just melted my heart to pieces, because she did look fantastic, and the fact that she's recognizing, though, that's a sacrifice she has to make right now, and maybe down the line she can get back to that place, I just thought was really sweet. So, yeah, another solid episode. Can't wait for the next one.
Alright, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Schitt's Creek Season 5, Episode 4. And until next time, people, peace.